Hello, everybody. Here we are, Wednesday night, Law of Attraction, and we continue studying the book Money and the Law of Attraction. Give me 1 second. I am playing with something new today, and what I am doing today is I am trying to go live simultaneously on YouTube as well as Facebook. So this is the first time I'm transmitting live on Facebook. Excited about that. Here we go. That's better. I thought it was so dark. I had to make it light. Okay, so here we are with the book Money and the Law of Attraction. And as you know, I do not read the book. I do read parts of the book that absolutely grab my attention. And today what we're doing is we're starting part 3 of the book. Part 3 of the book, which is all about physical well-being. So thank you for joining me. Let's get started. Here's what Abraham is saying about our physical well-being. I wish the two cameras were a little bit closer together. Anyway, we'll figure it out as we go. Hi, Gigi. Nice to see you there. Okay, so Abraham starts by saying that for most people, the criteria of success is the amount of money they have in their lives. And really, the title of the book is Money and the Law of Attraction, Learning to Attract Wealth, Health, and Happiness. So that is the complete title, right? So Abraham is saying that having money is fantastic and absolutely everyone should, but having physical wellness is what expands the feeling of joy. And so every part of your life is experienced through the perspective of your physical body. And when you feel good, everything you see looks better. When you feel good, when do you feel good? When do you feel at your best? You feel at your best when you're healthy, when you're enjoying your physical presence in the world. That's when you are truly happy. Have all the money in the world and not have health? Can you really enjoy all the money in the world? Not really. If you had nothing but you had your health, could you still enjoy life? Absolutely. And that is why people of old always remind us that money is not everything. That's right. Money, when you have your health, you have your wealth. Because with that health, you can create everything. Abundance is created when you feel good, and you feel good when you're physically well, when you're able to move around, when you're able to do things, when you're able to clap and jump and laugh. That's when life feels good. And when life feels good, what does that mean in terms of the emotional scale? In terms of the emotional scale, it means that you're high up over here. And when you're high up, hi Sunny, when you're high up over here on the emotional scale, that means you're creating from a high place. All good things come to us from a high place on the emotional scale. And when our physical body is not feeling well, when we have a problem in our physical body, hi Moni, nice to see you. When we have a problem in our physical body, that problem attracts our attention. And when something like that attracts our attention, it makes it harder for us to go up the emotional scale and stay here. This is what I tell people when I teach meditation on Tuesday nights. I think I'm going to bring that class live as well. probably on Zoom, because I like to see people in my meditation class. Anyway, that's another thing that's going on in my head just now. But what I tell people in my meditation class is that the the comfort of your physical body, hi Amber, is extremely important for you to get into meditation, to be able to find that space, that deep space that takes you really, really deep within. The comfort of your physical body is important so that you can go into meditation. Because otherwise, let's say, even if it's something small like an itch on your nose, if you have an itch on your nose and you have to drag your mind away from this itch so that you can meditate, makes it a lot harder to get into meditation, doesn't it? And that is the important thing to understand. The health of our physical body, the comfort of our physical body, feeling good in our physical body is so, so, so important to our experience of life and to our place on the emotional scale. So, focusing on our health and doing what we can to help our physical body. Listen carefully what is coming next. I did not know I was going to say that, but it's been downloaded into my head, and so I must tell you, it's really exciting. You have to help your body. Why? Because even though you reside in your body, you are not your body. You are not your body. Your body consists of these amazing beings that make up the body. Each cell is a being on its own. Each cell is an intelligence in its own right. Each cell has a straight line to source. Each cell is asking for its own well-being. Do you get that? That is really important. And hi, Lucienne. And the thing about that is that when our thoughts get in the way, it's like we put a clamp on the wire, the communication channel between the cells of our body and source. So the channel through which source can rejuvenate, re-energize, replenish the cells of our body, that communication channel is interrupted. Oh, hi Deepa, nice to see you there. And that's so important to know. You are not your physical body. You've been given a physical body as a tool to help you to enjoy the world. But you're not your physical body. You are not your mind. You are a non-physical being, here to experience the world through the five senses, to experience contrast. Hi, Louise. So you have to work together with the millions of cells that compose your body. You have to work with them, not against them, with them, not for them. You're not subservient to them, and they are not subservient to you. Each one of them is an individual intelligence talking to source. And you are also an intelligence talking to source. Got to work together. It's a team effort. Health is a team effort. One of the most important things in whether you do 2 minutes of exercise or stretching or a whole hour of exercise, the most important thing is to acknowledge your friends, the millions of friends that are helping you to experience the world. Those friends, important friends, acknowledge them. Take them on that walk. Ask them to fully enjoy that yoga session. Ask them to allow well being. Tell them that you are there to help. Love them. Love them because they are a part of you. Love them. Love your body. I remember many, many years ago, oh, so many years ago, I had bought a collection of tapes from Deepak Chopra. And I still remember that one of the tapes in there said there was an exercise, and the exercise was about stroking your body physically. You know how they say touch is important? Well, you touching yourself is also important. And so, hi, Lindsay, touching yourself and flowing love as you do that is so important. Your body wants to feel your love. And when you flow your love towards your body is listening. And that is helpful. Just like being unconditional towards everything else in the world is important, being unconditional towards your own body is also important. Looking at yourself and saying, oh my God, you are so beautiful. Oh, look at you. You are amazing and you're going to have an amazing day. Being that much in love with yourself, being that much in love with who you are on the inside, as well as being in love with who you are on the outside. You cannot love who you are on the inside unless you also love who you are on the outside. Because if you look at your physicality through the eyes of someone else and you find a fault in it, now you're not unconditional. When you're not unconditional, guess what? You're not flowing love. Soon as you add a condition, oh, look at that. That dress doesn't look good on me. I look like I have 30 more pounds than I want to have. Why isn't my diet working? Why isn't this happening? Why can't I find time to exercise? Why do I procrastinate? All of those are you calling yourself inappropriate. It erodes your self-worth. It's like chipping away at it little by little every day. I learned from Louise Hay the power of mirror work. What is the power of mirror work? The power of mirror work is to look at yourself and love yourself. To be able to look into your own eyes, the windows of the soul. It is true, windows to the soul. To be able to look into your own eyes and say, you are perfect. I love you. I can tell you, it takes some doing. Because sometimes when you first start this, first of all, you don't want to do it. The first sign that you need to work on your self-worth is the fact that you don't want to do the exercise. You feel shy. Shy of looking at yourself in your own eyes, into your own eyes, gazing into your soul. You feel shy. And then slowly you get over that shyness and you allow yourself to gaze into your own eyes. And then you feel uncomfortable with what you find there, because it's not all balloons and puppies and puppy dogs and sunshine. Sometimes when you look into your own eyes, you find the depth of despair. And I want you to know, having been there, that it's okay. Because how are you going to fix something that you don't know is wrong? The first step in doing something about it is to know what needs to be done, right? And then little by little, you start telling yourself, I love myself. I love myself exactly the way I am. Exactly the way I am. When you say those words out aloud in the beginning, they sound foreign. It feels as if I must be lying. That can't be true. And then slowly you get used to it. And then you not only get used to it, you love it. You love telling yourself how much you love yourself because it's like a drug. It is the best drug in the whole world. When you get to the point that you are able to tell yourself in the mirror, I love you, you are awesome, you're going to have the best day ever. When you can do that and enjoy doing it, oh my God, then you know that you've found yourself. You have found your self-worth. Hi, Rhonda. So, sorry, that was me. I went kind of off track. Let's come back to the book. Okay, so actually, I'm not sorry at all. I'm not sorry. I had fun with that conversation, and something really new came from it, which I'm going to remember. And it was good. It was good. It was good. Okay. So Abraham then says, it's not surprising that since the way you feel affects your thoughts and attitudes about things, and since your thoughts and attitudes equal your point of attraction, that when you feel good, you enjoy your body, life becomes better, right? That's fantastic. It's good to know. And this is one of the reasons why things like, my mother used to teach me this. Sit up straight. Why are you drooping? Sit up straight. Stand straight. And then teachers used to say, come on, pick it up, right? Smile. Because our physiology is all about our body. And by changing your posture, you change your physiology. Your body feels different. You can frown, and if you frown for a few minutes, you'll actually find things to frown about because that is law of attraction. But when you put a smile on your face, you will find something to smile about. And that too is law of attraction. So the first thing that we can do to feel good, yes, Deepa, I'm sure you needed it because I don't know where it came from. You must be calling it. So the first thing is that we can do to help our body is just to shift our physiology just a little bit. And I can tell you for a fact that when we stretch our body, our limbs, observe a cat or a dog or any animal waking up in the morning, and you'll see that the first thing they do is to stretch. And what that stretching does is that it helps to flow energy from source through our body, all through our body. So, and when we flow energy through our body, it replenishes the cells of our body. And that is the importance of our physiology. Our physiology and energy and how we feel and what we manifest, they're all intricately linked with each other. And so all we have to do is stand up, Superman pose, smile, look at a picture that makes you smile. You know, in my study, I have these pictures. I don't think you can see all of them, but I have pictures all around me. And these are pictures that when I look at them, make me smile. They make me happy. So our physiology is very important. And if you just do a couple of stretches in the morning, it gets that energy going. And if you've been sitting too long, get up and do a couple of stretches, get the energy moving. That's all your cells need. If you could just do even that much to assist your cells to be able to replenish themselves with the energy that's flowing from the universe, that's all you need, right? Okay. So Abraham says, it is quite interesting to note that not only does a good feeling body promote positive thoughts, but that also positive thoughts promote a good feeling body, linked together. It's all linked together. So, oops, how did I do that? I hid my chat. How did I do that? So, whoops, why is my chat hidden? Please unhide my chat, YouTube. Here. There. I did it. Good. Now I can see what everyone is saying. Okay, back on track. So, then Abraham says that you do not have to be in a perfect state of health in order to find feelings of relief that can eventually lead to a wonderful mood or attitude. I remember Abraham telling a story about a woman who had severe back problems. And Abraham said something to her that has stayed with me over so many years, and I keep going back to it because it doesn't just apply to health, it applies to everything in our life. And what Abraham said was that, yes, I did, Lindsay, I did swipe. What Abraham said was the difference between sickness and health is the perspective of hope, or something along those lines. You can come to your health from the point of view of sickness, of hope or despair. Yes. Those are the words. You can come to your health from a point of view of hope or despair. And the difference between hope and despair is the difference between sickness and health. That's what it is. So, folks, our body is the thing that responds immediately to every thought that we think. Immediately. That's where muscle testing, if you're familiar with muscle testing, that's the basis on which the entire philosophy of muscle testing is based. Every thought that we think has an effect on our hormonal balances. And our hormonal balances have an effect on the strength of our physical body. From the top of the emotional scale, you feel invincibly strong. And from the bottom of the emotional scale, you feel weak. So, you see how intricately all of this is linked? Thoughts have an impact, health has an impact on where we end up on the emotional scale. And we can use our health to improve our thoughts and our thoughts to improve our health. Like I've pointed out in, I don't know, one of my previous videos, I seem to do a lot of videos. I don't remember which one, but in one of them, I was telling the story of someone that I know. And every sentence that comes out of her mouth, almost every sentence that comes out of her mouth is negative, which makes me wonder, or used to make me wonder, why does this person have such a good life? Because it doesn't make sense. Is she somehow able to defy law of attraction? What's going on here? And then as I got to know her better, I found out that she goes to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning. And she religiously works out for more than an hour. An hour and a half in the gym is her norm. And when I learned that, I got my answer. Because she works out, she is able to work out of her body all the blockages and substances that get stored in it because of the inequilibrium that she has going on in her thought process. So even though her thought process is wonky, she's able to release all of it because of her physical activity and get back to her balance. And then, because she feels good in her physical body, she feels good and good things come to her. So she creates contrast. It's not that she doesn't create contrast. She does create contrast, but overall, her life is phenomenal. So if there was one thing in your life that you could pay more attention to, that procrastination that happens when you think about going for a walk or you think about doing some yoga or some exercise, that procrastination, put it aside. Because what that procrastination feeling is telling you is, oh, that exercise is not important. Just relax here. Go for a nap. Naps are good too. They also help us release negative energy, but so no need to do this. Making dinner is more important. Spending time with the kids is more important. Spending time with the kids when you are down on the emotional scale, please, that's not the time to spend with your kids. You are much better off going for that walk, coming back, feeling phenomenal, and then spending a few minutes with your kids. Those few minutes are more powerful than if you had ignored the walk and spent an hour with them. Because you feel better when you keep your promise to yourself and your body. Remember, there's millions of cells here, and we make promises to all 1 million beings. Oh yes, I'm gonna get up half an hour early tomorrow morning and I'm gonna go for a walk first thing in the morning. I'm gonna go to the gym. That promise is not just a promise that you're making to yourself. You're making that promise to a million cells, millions of cells in your body. But those cells are like puppies. They always greet you with love. They don't push back. They don't remind you when you forgot to feed them or take them out. They don't push back. They silently take whatever it is that you're giving them. And they keep trying to function as best as they can, keep you going for as long as they can. And that's why I say we need to be their best friend. Do just a little bit to help them along, because they're helping us all day, every day, right? They're doing so many things for us that we don't even need to think about. They breathe, they pump blood, they clean the blood, right? They digest our food, so many things. All right, let's see what Abraham is saying next. So, the next heading is called Complaining About Complaining is Also Complaining. I like that heading. Most people have no idea of the power of their own thoughts. They do realize that as they continue to find things to complain about, they do not realize that as they continue to find things to complain about, they disallow their own physical well-being. Many do not realize that they were complaining about many other things first. It does not matter if the object of your complaint is about someone you are angry with, someone who has betrayed you, behavior in others that you believe is wrong, or something wrong with your own physical body. Complaining is complaining, and it disallows recovery. That's the important thing. Complaining disallows recovery. What book am I teaching from, Lindsay? It's Abraham Hicks, Money and the Law of Attraction. Amazing book. Amazing book. I've already completed my discussion of the first part of the book, and all those videos are on my YouTube channel. I haven't really been paying attention. I should. I will. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow night, or over the weekend. I'll add all the videos to a playlist so that they're all in one place. And when you go to my YouTube channel, you can just go to the Money and the Law of Attraction playlist and have all of them in there. Okay? It's just that this is the reason I'm doing this book study, is because the book triggers a lot of things in me that then I can expand on and bring them to you. So that's fun for me, and I hope you're having fun too. All right. I can feel good in my body. If you're not feeling good or looking the way you want to look, it has a way of reflecting out into all other aspects of your life, because all aspects of our life are connected to each other. Everything is connected. If you don't like your physical body, your dislike, your complaint about your physical body is going to show up in your paycheck, and vice versa. Your complaining about your paycheck is showing up in your physical body. Predominantly being overweight is the problem of storing negative thoughts. That's it. Of not being able to let go and forgive something that happened in your life. That gets stored in your physical body, and if you don't find a way to work it out, how do we work it out? There are two major ways that we can work out anything that gets stored in our physical body. Actually, three ways. One, with our thought process. We can break it down with our thoughts. It's like when we think negative thoughts, our hormones, the secretion of our hormones collects negative substances in our body. But when we think positive thoughts, the hormones that are created break those same blockages down. Our body is that intelligent and responds to every little thing that we do. So that's the first thing. You change it with your thinking. Number 2, you change it with exercise, which is what we were talking about before. Number 4, and my favorite one, go for a massage. A really good, yummy massage. Okay, let's see what Moni is saying here. We have billions of cells working for our well-being. Yes, that's right. Billions of sources. Yes. Oh, I love that, Moni. I love that. So Moni is saying, Monisha, she's on YouTube. So she's saying we are billionaires in the sense that we have these billions of cells working for us. I love that. That's awesome. And let's see what is Sunny saying. Anytime we land on the subject of physical health, we are all in. Oh, thank you. And you love it. I love that. Yes, absolutely. What I'm talking about without knowing it is East catching up to the West. They're both catching up to each other. It's like the hare and the tortoise. Yes, there's so much to be learned in the world, wherever we go, right? Okay, so what's Abraham saying next? Your physical well-being is really the easiest of subjects over which you have absolute control. Isn't that amazing? Our physical well-being is the easiest of all subjects, and we are the ones who make it hard. You know, we say, oh, now I have this problem. And somebody said that the other day. I was talking to somebody and they said, oh, I have this chronic pain. And I said, well, if it's chronic, then it's not going to go away because you've decided that it's chronic. And chronic, the word chronic means it's been going on for a very long time and it's going to keep going on for a very long time. That's what the word chronic means. So you have to give up using that word because now you believe it. Now you believe that it is chronic. And I want you to believe that there is nothing in this world that is chronic. So the easiest of subject, and what I love and I keep coming back to, is Anita Moorjani. Stage 4 cancer, in the hospital, dead, wakes up, Cancer's gone. What did it take? 24 hours, not even. So, is our body responding to us? Absolutely, all the time. Is our body the easiest thing for us to work on? Yes, all the time. And can you imagine the self-worth? Oh my God, the magnification of self-worth when you feel like $1,000,000. Not because you have $1,000,000 in the bank, but you just feel like $1,000,000 or billions of dollars, as Monisha said a short while ago, right? Feel like a billionaire because you've got billions of healthy cells. That's amazing. Just stepping outside and gulping in fresh air feels good when you're healthy, and nothing feels good when you're not. So, working on our thoughts. So, what we need to do is we need this multi pronged approach. Fix our thoughts, do the exercise, and then use other means. And when I say other means, I mean things like massage, Reiki, right? Paying attention to our nutrition. And I mean, that nutrition thing is a whole other topic, and I'm not going there just now. But there's no good or bad food. There's only good and or bad vibration. You eat good food with a bad vibration, you nullify the goodness of that good food. Okay, so whole other conversation. We'll have that someday. But let's keep moving for now. Okay. Once you are sick, it is logical that you would now notice how you feel. And in doing so, you would prolong the sickness. But it was not your attention to the lack of wellness that made you sick. Instead, it was your attention to the lack of many things that you desire that made you sick. Right? And that's because all subjects in our life are connected. And when Abraham says that the best time to control negative momentum is before it starts. It's that analogy of being at the top of the hill and nudging the car forward and then stepping in front of it and stopping it from going down and starting momentum. So if you catch it in time and you nudge it back, it does not start its downward journey. And that is what it's all about. When we feel sluggish in our body, when something feels off in our physical body, it's that car that is being nudged forward. And if we don't do something about it, right? So catch it in the early, subtle stages and do something about it. Now, very important, folks. Lean in, listen carefully. If negative momentum has already started and you're going downhill, that is not the time to push back and say, oh, I'm not going to take any medicines. I'm going to go home and meditate. I am going to meditate this health problem away. No. Yes, meditate, but meditation will take far longer because remember what I said in the beginning when we started, if your body is hurting, meditation is much harder. The other thing is, if your body is hurting, that car has already started going down. You can't stop it anymore. You need something bigger than you. You need immediate relief. You need help. You're like that sponge that has absorbed so much water that it has sunk down to the bottom of the ocean and it cannot come back out without help. And help comes in so many different shapes, sizes, and forms. Help can come in the form of allopathic medicine, homeopathic medicine, naturopathic medicine. Doesn't matter. If something is coming to you, there is something in it for you. And so to push back and say, not doing it. Doctor says I need surgery. Not doing it. Scared of surgery. Won't go there. Will just make the problem bigger. Won't take, oh, people who won't take Advil or Tylenol or aspirin when they're hurting. I'll put up with the hurt, but I will not take Tylenol. All right then, go ahead. The cells in your body are screaming for help, and you are depriving them of the help, because if you did take the Tylenol, the pain would be alleviated and the channel of communication between source and the cells of your body would resume and they would be able to replenish themselves. But no, no, you gotta be that person. All right, suffer along. See you later. Right? Learned long ago not to do that. Learned long ago that when a health problem has already manifested in your body, you are that person who's jumped out of the airplane without a parachute. You cannot be sucked back in. So better take the Tylenol, because the Tylenol is a soft landing. And then once the pain is alleviated, take that medicine. Once the pain is better, now you can do the vibrational work. Now you can do the meditation. Now you can have more hope. Now, because you feel better, you can think better thoughts. You got to feel better to start thinking better thoughts. And when you start thinking better feeling thoughts, things keep getting better and better and better and better. That's just how it works. That's what it's all about. Yes, Rhonda, right, isn't it? Yeah. Nice to see you, sweetie. How's everything in Peterborough? Haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're enjoying it there. It's a beautiful town. I love it there. All right. So let's keep going. Let's see. What does Abraham say next? Simply hearing words. So then the next heading is called Words Do Not Teach, but Life Experience Does. And what Abraham is saying there is simply hearing words, even when they are perfect words that accurately explain truths, does not bring understanding, but the combination of careful words of explanation coupled with life experience that is always consistent with the laws of the universe does bring understanding. And so, my dear friends, I love you all very much. Thank you for joining me here tonight. I am going to tell you that you do have to fall out of the aircraft without a parachute in order to really learn what this stuff is all about. Because people telling us, oh, don't say that, don't think that, don't do that, doesn't work. Doesn't work until we experience it for ourselves. When we experience it for ourselves, that's when we really learn. It's like you keep telling this child, this naughty child in your house, you keep telling the naughty child, don't touch the fireplace. Don't, sweetie, it's hot. Don't touch the fireplace. Doesn't matter what you say. The fire looks beautiful. The baby wants to touch it. So guess what? The baby is going to crawl over there and put their hands on the grate. And ooh, they will never do it again, right? Because it doesn't matter how many times you told them, they had to learn through the power of their own experience. And so I have jumped out of that aircraft without a parachute many times on many different subjects in my life. And that's why I'm sitting here today having this conversation with you. And the one thing that I want you to know is that it's okay to jump out of the aircraft without the parachute, because when that happens to us and we learn from it, you know what happens? We create a bigger, a better, a happier, a more satisfying life. And I can tell you that when you get to that place where you have that life, you look back and you thank the fact that you did not have a parachute and you did fall splat on the ground, as Abraham would say, and you had to pick yourself up and get going. That's just how it works, and it's all right that it does. Which brings me to another point, is that we try and make things easy for our loved ones. We want to save them from getting hurt. And I want to tell you that it's okay to let them get hurt. It's okay. Because when they get hurt, that's when they learn from the power of their own experience and they will never forget it. But your words, my words, they'll just go in through here and out through here, right? Words don't teach. Life experience teaches. Okay, we're getting close to the end of our time together. Does anyone have any questions at this point in time that I can help look after for you? If you do have questions, type them out and I will make sure that I respond to them before we close the call. Okay, so I'm going to keep going, and when a question comes up, I will look after it. So then Abraham says, you are the only one who creates in your experience. No one else does. Everything that comes to you comes by the power of your own thought. Your own thought. That's it. Nobody is doing anything to you. Everything is happening in your life because of the way you are thinking and feeling, thinking and feeling, thinking and feeling, thinking and feeling. Thinking is a tool. It is the tool. Hi Marlene. Nice to have you here. Thinking is a tool that helps us to create the life we want to create. Thinking is not the main event, it is the tool. It's like the can opener, and what's in the can is what it's all about, right? So thinking is a tool. And if you don't learn to use the tool properly, it's going to take you much longer to open that can. Trust me, I've seen it happen with my daughter. I never bothered to teach her how to open a can with a can opener. And I'm a righty and she's a lefty. That didn't occur to me either. Well, guess what? One day I walked into the kitchen and she's trying to open the can with a righty can opener and she's twisted around and it was gruesome. It left a mark on my mind that I've never been able to get rid of. But she wasn't using it right. And so it was taking forever. And the can was losing its balance, tipping over this way and then tipping over the other way. So our thoughts are a tool. And if we take the time to learn how to use that tool properly, we are all set for the rest of our lives. And people will just come to you because they want to hear from you. They want to be near you because it feels good, because you're vibrating positive vibes. And I can tell you from my own experience, you never have to teach anyone anything until they come to you, until they want to learn from you. Because only then are they open to hearing. Okay. The simple intention of telling better feeling stories about all subjects that you focus upon will have a great effect on your physical body. But since words do not teach, it is our suggestion that you try telling a different story for a while and observe for yourself what happens. Telling a different story, like scripting almost, or like doing a visualization, that is telling a different story. So here we are, and we're not feeling good. Something's wrong. Maybe something in our body is not the way we want it to be. Maybe some other aspect of our life is not the way we want it to be. And so we're focusing on that. But if we consciously tell ourselves, okay, I'm not going to think about this just for 15 or 20 minutes. I'm going to do this exercise that Abraham is teaching, or this exercise that I heard from another teacher. If you do that just for 15 minutes, but you keep doing it every day for 15 minutes, you are adding momentum. And this positive momentum, now listen carefully, something new is coming here. Positive momentum is more powerful than negative momentum. It is more powerful in turning things around. That's why Abraham says things can turn around overnight. Overnight, things can turn around. Because the better it gets, the better it gets. It magnifies. And that is why also Abraham says that one person who is aligned with Source is more powerful than many who are not. Thousands who are not, right? So that is the power of alignment. That is the power of our thought. That is the power of our emotion. That is how powerful we are, not only for ourselves, but for the people around us, for this whole world. We are powerful beings, and it is so much fun to step into your power and to know it truly. Okay, folks, I think I'm going to bring this call to a close. It was so exciting, so much fun to have you here. And I hope to see you again every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. I've been live on Facebook. Oh, no, sorry. I've been live on YouTube now for almost a year. Yes, I've been live every Wednesday night for a year on YouTube. But I think I'm going to start adding Facebook to it as well. So, hope to see you all next week. In the meantime, take care, have fun. Love you all lots. Let's see. Yes, thank you, Lucianne. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. And I'll see you all next week. Bye for now.